Good evening, everybody. I know I'm late and I'm out of order. Forgive me. Welcome. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's live broadcast. I see Miss Kelly is here, like always. Faye is in the building. Crazy P. Well, else would she be on Friday night? We're hanging out with Mr. Scott. Good to see you. Thank you very, very much. Chapman is in the house this evening. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Carolina checking in. Is that Mona? Mona from Carolina. Thank you for checking in this evening. She is from South Carolina. South Carolina. Thank you, big time. Is that Lakeisha, I think? F is in the house from Denver. Good evening to you. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Is that Fabulous? Yeah, I think it's Fabulous T. There is Rab Reed. Good evening, Rab Reed. That name sure sounds familiar. It really does. I'm always glad to see you, though. That name sounds familiar. We gratefully appreciate your genuine support and all of you who are here this evening as well. I see Miss Guillory is in the house. I hope the program director is here, Miss Jade. I don't see her. Miss Jade's been extremely busy lately, so she's been given some excused absence, but it looks like somebody said hello to her. I don't see her yet. Okay, somebody's checking in from Dallas, Texas. Good evening. I don't know what it says. STVO. I guess those are initials. I don't know. Virginia is in the house. Chandra Thomas, good evening. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Somebody is checking in from the great state of Florida. Valerie, thank you big time for checking in tonight. You're a smart woman, Rev Reed. I like the way you think. I totally agree with everything you just said. Okay, listen. Now that we have all of the hellos out the way and pleasantries and all that good stuff, welcome to tonight's broadcast. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigations. Tonight it is an open conversation. The number is going to be 1-888-357-3334, where you can call in and we're going to talk about anything you want to talk about tonight. There are a couple of cases that we are going to address before we get off to the phone calls this evening, but after that, it's an open conversation. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to ask me, and hopefully I got an answer for you. Um, there's nothing new. Yesterday, a lady called us and she got us upset for a minute because she said, Mr. Scott, I want to know why they released, here he is right here. Let me get his file. Why they released Patrick Stoneworth from jail. Why they let him go? Why they dismissed his charge? Well, I said I haven't heard that, and but you woke me up. I said let me call the jail, and then I will call you back. So we did. First, I called Miss Ferris first, and Miss Ferris didn't know anything about it. Miss Jade, she announced. I see she's here. Good evening, Miss Jade. Thank you for showing up tonight. Miss Jade is like, hey. So anyway, and the lady was upset. We had spoke a few days prior to this. Anyway, we called the jail. Patrick Stoneworth is still in jail, and he doesn't have a bond. He will not get a bond. He is still charged with kidnapping and capital murder, as is his girlfriend, Derek Brown, I think is her last name. They both are still in custody. And somebody did a YouTube video, and I haven't seen it. And allegedly, they announced that the police had dropped the charges against Patrick Stoneworth, and he had went free. So we called, verified it with the jail yesterday. He's still in custody. So, you know what? And you don't even have to call us if you're unsure about something. You can just call the jail. The jail will tell you what's going on. But if you want to call us, then that's fine. We will. I promise you one thing: we will look into it. Because when she told me that, I said that's got to be a damn lie. So he is still in custody. There's no new developments in that case, in which we would discuss this evening. Many people are still forcing, their outrage over what happened. Many still blame the mother, many blame the dad, many blame both. I watched the funeral, and I think we came on air that night, or either the next night, and we didn't want to address it then because uh, I believe in giving people their due respect. And if I'm going to bash the dad or the mom, whether they just buried their child, whether you think they did it or not, there's a time to speak on certain issues, and there's a time you just hold your peace and don't say nothing. And so I felt, let's don't interrupt their grieving. They're still grieving, they're grieving to the day they die, but just right then and there, that freshness of it, we're not going to do that. Respect is everything. It's the same when someone gets killed. A lot of people rush and call the families to get a story or get an interview, and we don't. I know that's stupid because we lose clients, so to say. But that's not why we're here. I don't want to call someone their child just got shot. Now, after they bury their child, we normally wait at least 2 weeks, then we'll try to call them. But one thing we do not do, we never call them when the information comes out. I mean, I think a reporter is the last somebody they want to talk to right now. And even if they want to talk, I'm not the one who give them their space. But others go, and then they go breaking news. So that's just not me. We're not here for ratings. We're here to try to make things better. Anybody can do a talk show, but to come up with a solution to help with what's going on, that's a different story. Yeah. We have a criminal justice system that people say is broken. And our criminal justice system is not broken. It was designed the way it is. I'm going to say it again. Our criminal justice system is not broken. The criminal justice system was designed the way it is. And with that being said, a system that has never been for us cannot be selling us. Again, a system that has never been for us cannot be selling us. Cannot be. When they wrote the words, "we the people," it did not include Negroes, because Negroes were seen as 3/5 of a human. And this is 2019, and today, believe it or not, some Negroes are still seen by some whites as 3/5 of a human. That's why you get no respect. Hands up, they shoot us. Hands down, they shoot us. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. They shoot us. You're damned if you don't. You're damned if you don't. And what I'm about to tell you now, it talks about the justice system, and some people in Barcelona are pissed. And I'm pissed with what I read. And I think Miss Farris was on the line when the email came. Yeah, and she got upset. And I read it. I was reading it out loud. And I said, what the hell? And so we had to go verify. And it's true. And something hit me right then and there. It says our justice system, right? Until the justice system, the bells of the justice system rings for all, respect for all, equal in the courtroom. Until those bells ring, I am no longer going to call it our justice system. I'm going to call it our system. I'm going to call it our system, because when I read this, I'm like, I've been here over 50 damn years, and this finally hit that this is the justice system. No, this is not the justice system. This is the system. The system. And it's unfair on every end. Just because the gavel goes down in the courtroom does not always mean that justice has been served. What's justice for some may be injustice for others. Now watch this. A 14-year-old girl was raped. 5 men were arrested. 5 men were charged with that rape. The Barcelona-based court ruled yesterday the men were guilty of a lesser crime of sexual abuse and sentenced to 10 to 12 years and fined them, I guess, just $1,200 or $12,000, I guess. Here's what the court said. The 14-year-old girl was drunk, had drugs in her system. she was unconscious while the rape was occurring. Therefore, basically, she took drugs on her own. She was drinking on her own. So when she was unconscious, the court says that the girl was unconscious after consuming alcohol and drugs. That meant they did not need to use violence or intimidation to rape her. Yeah. So she was unconscious. She drank alcohol and did drugs, probably with all five of them, right? What's your email? Miss Jade, would you give them the email, please? Somebody, I think it's Sean, somebody's asking for the email address. Let's look at this here. The date rape drug. Now watch this. The date rape drug. If you're going to tell me that you're going to find these five men guilty of a lesser charge than outright rape because the victim, 14 years old, was drinking and doing drugs and unconscious. So what you're saying to me is that there's no respect for her. If she had been doing drugs or drinking, her ass wouldn't have been raped. That's what the court is saying. Okay, since the court is saying that, I ain't going to argue about it because we're going to get along. Let's do this. Every man that has ever been arrested for raping someone under the date rape drug, you must release them from prison. Am I right? Am I right? You must release them from prison. That's a drug. She was unconscious. The date rape drug knocked a stone on her ass. That sounds super stupid, don't it? Not as super stupid as what the court just said in Barcelona. A 14-year-old girl was raped, doing drugs and drinking. Therefore, they didn't have to use violence or force her or intimidate her. So it can't be rape. We said sexual assault. Good evening, Lisa Robinson. Thank you for tuning in. You're late. We'll talk later. The people are outraged. One guy said, I am not a judge. I do not know how many years in prison they deserve. What I do know is that it's not abuse. It's outright rape. These five men raped this one 14-year-old girl. So you tell the victim, your ass shouldn't have been drinking anyway. You shouldn't have been doing drugs anyway. Y'all go in that corner, y'all in time out, y'all going back home with a little hot ass. That, in my opinion, the 14-year-old girl has been raped all over again by the system. By the system. The system is put in place to correct injustices. It's put in place for those that don't want to act accordingly in society, that we take them and we correct them and hopefully send them out better. But if it's a serious enough crime to give them life or death penalty, well, so be it. But when the justice system becomes part of the crooked system, where then shall we go for relief? Where? Where? Where can I go? I mean, that's a damn insult. Do you know? I've never been raped. I've never been raped. Uh, so naturally, I don't know how a woman would feel or a guy would feel. But I can imagine right now, she probably already thought of herself as being dirty or part of the problem, why it happened, maybe. But can you imagine how she's feeling right now? That the system said, forget you. You shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have done it. That's an insult. And every time, I don't care if it's in the United States or outside of the United States, whenever we don't address injustices, we leave the door cracked for more injustices to come in. That's what we do. And by the time you realize what's going on, it's extremely difficult for us to deal with, not to mention for us to fix it. Maliah Davis, her tortured life, her horrible death is now bigger than her. We address the issue so often with Maliah Davis is because there can never ever be another Maliah Davis case on planet Earth. A 4-year-old girl, life was interrupted by the ones who should have been protecting her. That's why I continue to say it's bigger than Maliah now. Because it could happen again. What's worse than what happened to Maliah Davis is how many more Maliah Davis it has already happened to, and you and I don't know about it. Because nobody found their law. Nobody gave them the media coverage that they deserved, not just wanted, that they deserved. Maliah Davis on where's her file on notebook right here. Maliah Davis, Arkansas, on November the 9th, will rename the Red Lake Road overpass that crosses I-30 near where she was discovered. It will be renamed the Maliah Davis Memorial Bridge. That sign will be unveiled on November the 9th. Maliah's death was ruled a homicide, and the investigation is ongoing. Maliah Davis is from Houston, Texas, and she was reported missing back in May of 2019. Her remains were found in June alongside Interstate 30 near Hope, Arkansas, about 30 miles northeast of Texas, Arkansas state line. And so that's an honor. It's a bittersweet moment, but it is an honor. Many people are asking me. One lady started, when she asked, it seemed like it was a domino effect. Do I think Brittany's going to be there? She shouldn't, but I'm sure she will. If I was a DA and the law would allow me, I would say, Brittany Bowen, you're not allowed to film, bearer site. You're not allowed at any court proceeding unless you are an inmate. The unveiling of the sign with Maliah's name, you can't come. You can't come. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You cannot come. I don't care what nobody says. But Brittany killed Maliah Davis. She did. She did. Brittany was on a mission from day one to kill her daughter. She was on that mission. I don't know how 99.9% of the world, not 99.9% of the United States, 99.9% of the world believe and know that Brittany Bowen killed her daughter. So What the hell is confusing to the Houston Police Department? Chandra Thomas says, none stood for Maliah, not one. You know what? I'm glad you said that. Nobody stood for Maliah. They didn't. They didn't. And Maliah, it's not, you cannot talk about the Maliah Davis case without getting somewhat emotional. And sometimes you have to catch yourself and stop because it takes you back and you become angry. And it's okay to become angry. I want you to get angry because when we get angry, things get done. Sometimes in order to get some peace in your life, you got to raise some hell. Maliah Davis had so many warning signs that Brittany was beating her. She was losing weight, throwing up food if she could eat any. She was throwing up blood. Nobody saw any warning signs. And now they walk around with Maliah Davis on the t-shirt. Maliah Davis is dead. Maliah Davis on the t-shirt. Anybody on the t-shirt don't mean jack. That's just foolishness. That's foolishness. If Brittany Bowens had Maliah Davis in her heart, she wouldn't be on no t-shirt right now. Darion Vince did not kill Maliah Davis. Darion Vince did not kill Maliah Davis. Darion Vince did not kill Maliah Lynn Davis. Brittany Bowens killed Maliah Lynn Davis. You did. But the powers that be are protecting you. The powers that be are protecting you, Brittany, because they in trouble too. CPS, Houston Police Department, y'all all that together. We can't get you without getting such and such. Some must lose their jobs, and some might even have to stand trial. But whenever, y'all watch this, I may be dead and gone. Heaven backing me up. That's a bold statement. Heaven backing me up. I may be dead and gone. Whenever they get Brittany Bowens, quote me on this here. Whenever they put them handcuffs on Brittany Bowens, some more got to follow, baby. Brittany Bowens, when they put cuffs on her, I promise you, it's going to be a domino effect. It's got to come. It's got to come. You made it that way. You orchestrated this day. You orchestrated this. I don't look for you to show remorse. I never look for somebody who has no remorse to show remorse. I don't look for it. I don't want to have to ask you to apologize for something that you hadn't apologized for. If I ask you to do it and you say yes, then you're doing it because I asked you to do it. If you don't just come right out and do it, it's not genuine anyway. Brittany Bowens, it ain't over, baby. We coming for you. Today, earlier today, we got a phone call that a little boy in Houston, Texas, at around shortly before 1 p.m. in Houston, Texas, a little boy got hold to a gun that was in his home. There's two adults there with other siblings in the house. A child got hold to the gun. He accidentally shot himself in the head inside his family's home. The shooting again happened shortly before 1 p.m. in the 700 block of, I guess that's Parental Drive. Deputy said the boy was able to get the gun and then shoot himself in the head. He was airlifted to a hospital, but unfortunately, he later died from that head injury. It is unclear right now how it really happened, or whether or not a grand jury will indict the parents. Let me say this. Many of y'all ain't gonna agree with this here, you know, but you're gonna feel me just the same. I'm the parent. I'm in my home. My child, it's just a child here. I'm responsible for that child in that house. Parents must be held responsible. Whether they pull the trigger or not, they must be held responsible because they're getting away with too much Well, they didn't directly go in there and shoot him. I know damn well they didn't. If the police report is true, but what I'm saying is they are the protector of the children. We have to start charging the parents or the guardian, whoever is responsible for the child at that time. You got to be charged. You need to pay better attention. You must do. You have to pay better attention. You can cry, fall out, wail. When you get through doing all that, I want to put handcuffs on you. You're responsible for that child. And especially when you know there's a gun in the house and this child gets it and accidentally shoots himself in the head. You ought to just turn yourself in and say, look, y'all didn't charge me yet, but please charge me. Because when you look at it, you killed your child. You killed your own child. You did it. You did not protect the child. You were negligent. Y'all don't agree with that. Listen, this is just me. It's not a fact. It's just my opinion. Parents are not being held responsible. Those that are keeping the children are not being held responsible. Do we need to talk about cupcake? Do we need to talk about cupcake? You have to be charged too. You have to be. Well, she was there too, and she was there too, and then y'all go, all y'all go. They must go. Laws must be changed. So we're holding nobody accountable as far as the mother, the father is concerned, and the lady that threw the party. Well, Miss Scott, they got Pat, and they got Derek. I know they do. But how was Patrick and Derek allowed to get the child? Negligence. And then we have the audacity to do YouTube videos and go off on people that get upset with people that should have been protecting the children. And you want to come and lash out. You're not in a position to lash out right now. You're not. You have to understand why people get angry. It is just a back-to-back thing with children lately. They're being beaten. They're being starved to death. They're being killed. They're killing themselves. And very few parents or guardians are being held responsible. So we can charge Patrick and the girl. But what charge do we give the woman that changes her 4 or 5 times? I ain't telling him to come over here. You ain't telling him to go either, did you? Laws must be changed. When you change laws, people will begin to be more responsible for children that are around them. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You have a 3-year-old girl that's dead, and then you put her in the trash can. This story here, if you think the Maliah Davis case is baffling, this one is baffling too. Somebody says Brittany Barnes is trying to frame Darion Vance. That's Miss Giller. If you don't say nothing else tonight, you just preach. You just preach. Now watch this. It's getting hot. And I'm late. That's why I'm saying I'm late. I've been late all day. Everywhere I went, I've been late. But listen, here's the thing. A lady called me. And I'm just throwing this out what she asked me. She made a good point. I'm just telling you what she told me. And I said, cool. She was upset with Birmingham Police Department. Before I go there, while she was upset with them, and she's probably watching tonight, I hope you are. I told her that I was ready to shake the Birmingham Police Department's hand because hopefully they got the right people, and they did it in 10 days. Now, what I liked about, I said Baltimore, then Birmingham Police Department. What I liked about Birmingham Police Department is that you didn't have to ask them for a press conference. They popped up on the screen. Boom, 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 boom. They kept you informed. With as much as they could, they kept you informed. They did. And I like that. That the citizens knew that they own it. They own it. Even if it wasn't much to say, they would come out. They would come out. And I applauded them for that. But she said, I'm upset with them because the child was right there in the area. I mean, right there. How did they miss the child? And she said, now they said the child died, was killed, not died, was killed the same day she was kidnapped. I finally made it. That's Jamie finally made it. Houston, Texas. Miss J, put a minus down there and we'll deal with her later. But now watch this. If I'm going to kidnap you, I'm not saying this is why she was kidnapped. I'm just throwing something out there. And I'm throwing what I'm throwing out here because of her dad. Again, I'm throwing what I'm throwing out here because of what her dad said. Now, you owe me drug money, broke in my house, or whatever. I'm coming for it. So when I get your daughter, you're going to pay me, or your daughter's going to die. That's where it goes. But now watch this. If I kidnap your daughter, take your daughter, I kill her right then. How in the hell am I going to get paid? She's dead. You have no, she's no longer a bargaining chip. You instantly killed her. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Unless these are just some evil people. Okay, Miss Scott, where you going with that? Here's what I'm saying. The lady that called made me think. That's her. I'm losing it. That's Miss. Oh, okay, duh. Good evening. Yeah. They said Cupcake was killed the same day. So what if she wasn't killed the same day? Well, the police confirmed, and the medical, I don't give a damn what the police confirmed and what the medical examiner confirmed. You know, that's our problem, especially with Negroes. We believe everything the police say, everything the medical examiner says, everything forensics. They come in and they testify in court. Do you know how many times they lie in court? But you're going to take there with the expert. Expert with lying. I'm not saying they're lying. But does it make any sense if she was kidnapped and being held for ransom, that she would be killed the same day? I mean, somebody call and tell me. Doesn't make any sense. Because if I'm kidnapping you because of money, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get my money. I'm going to see how well you love your child. You talk all that talk. The shit done got gangster now. Come on with the money. Ms. Kelly said it makes no sense. Well, I'm only saying this because Dominique, the daddy, man, everybody know me. Everybody know Cupcake. I don't care what it is. I'm paid, man. I got all these cars. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, shit. Everybody know me. I got this here. What is this? And see, you're a grown man. How is this going to be justice for a grown man? Stop right there. Stop. Stop right there. What'd you say? I said, how is this going to be justice for a grown man? I thought you said, how is this going to be justice for a grown man? Wait a minute. How you know a man got it? Come on now. I'm just asking. How you know a man got it? Okay. You saw this all man grab. Okay, that's good. But now watch this. Tell me about justice. How this gonna be justice for you? How this gonna be justice for you? Here's what it's doing. Watch it there. How this gonna be justice for you? This is a personal conversation. Good Lord, y'all gonna make me preach. This is personal. That Negro said, how is this going to be justice for you? It's personal. Come on, people, read between the lines. It's personal. I don't think he had a kidnap, but he had it. Miss Giller said, go back and listen to Dominique McKinney interview. Listen to what she said. I totally agree. It lasts 12 minutes, 36 seconds. Ask me how I know. I'll tell you. My child been kidnapped, right? Miss J, your child been kidnapped. Are you going to stand there talking with the media for 12 minutes and 36 seconds, or you give them 2 or 3 minutes and hit the pavement? I don't care who's not listening. I don't care who's not going to look. I'm going to look for my child. I don't have time to sit there and do an interview with you all. No, this is a kidnap. My child. But it stayed there for over 12 minutes. What's Cupcake like? What's Cupcake like? That's whenever somebody asks you a question and you answer that question back with the same question, it's called stonewalling. You're trying to get an answer ready. Tell me something about Cupcake. Tell you something about Cupcake. She ain't friendly. I watched the funeral. Somebody said, Sean couldn't give a goddamn about the interview. Amen to that. And the Birmingham Police Department could not make me stay. Miss J said, and the Birmingham Police Department couldn't make me stay home. Miss God, no, I'm not staying home. This is my child. I know you the law, but guess what? I'm the parent. I overruled. Bye. I'm gone. This is my child. Listen, I watched the funeral. I did. I watched the whole thing. The guy that preached, I think it's the pastor of the church, brother was good. Good. I took what was good for me, and that wasn't, I didn't receive it. So what was it then you did? What did you didn't receive? That he bluntly said, the daddy and the mother are not responsible for what happened to the child. I don't think he can say that. I don't think he can say that with certainty. He cannot. But naturally, he would have to say that because he's a minister. Watch how many times he like, the media's here. The media's here. I wasn't gonna clown. The media's here. This nigga, your dead clown. You got the media up in here, and you got some big bucks up in here, and they're gonna come back next Sunday. Make it good. You got to be sympathetic with the family. I can be sympathetic with the family, but I won't lie for the family. I'm not gonna say y'all didn't have nothing to do with how you know they did. How you know they did? You have to say that. They're in your church. You're making them feel good. Look, this ain't got nothing to do with the story, and then we're gonna go on. I have yet to go to a funeral. Every time I go to a funeral, whoever doing the eulogy, they always say the same thing. Listen to me now. Listen to me. They always say the same thing. Well, now, sure as you live, you must die. They're in a better place now. Back with Jesus. Hey, man, hallelujah. Yes, sir. Show them king. Okay, here's my point. If everybody in the casket is in a better place, and I'm assuming the better place be heaven beyond the clouds, well, who in the hell's in hell? God must have created a hell just for nothing, because every funeral I've been to, everybody in the casket is going to hell. Even in the Bible, the church said, tell us smooth things. Don't tell us the truth. Everybody there in the casket going to heaven. Well, who in the hell is in hell? Y'all ain't feeling that, huh? It's the way I see it. I'm not saying all preachers. I love God. I'm a praying man. There are some pastors I have nothing but the utmost respect for. Pastor Harry Blake, Mount Canyon Baptist Church, Shreveport, Louisiana. Love him to the end of respect him 100%. He earned that respect. But you got some pastors out there, they went from pimping on the streets to pimping in the pulpit. Now we're through with that. I'm just saying, stop lying. Stop giving people sugar-coated shit cookies. If you're going to be a man of God, be a man of God. You're not supposed to be worried about their feelings. The Bible said don't let the looks on their face move you in the other way, but the right way. Gamma said, I've wondered that before too, Mr. Scott. You can preach you can do the eulogy of someone without saying the parents are not responsible. You don't know that. You don't know that. And right now, there are too many red flags, at least going probably more red flags towards the daddy than the mama. Stop telling people what they want to hear. And if you stop doing that, maybe they'll start getting their life together. Stop lying to them, tell them what you want to hear. I could care less about your mama or anybody when it comes to telling you the truth. It's just as simple as that. We have to pay more attention to the children. 3-year-old child is dead now. Shot himself in the head. Is God trying to tell us something absolutely, positively unquestionable? And evidently, we're not getting it. I strongly believe it started with Maliah Davis. Wasn't nothing special about Maliah Davis. I mean, kids get killed every day in this country. There ain't nothing. There's nothing special. But God, as only God can do. A willing vessel or unwilling vessel. Allowed the story of Maliah Davis' tortured life and tortured death to go worldwide and anger many people. It wouldn't have been enough for God to let it go worldwide and nobody got upset. God wanted you to get upset. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Calm down. God wanted you to get upset. Because when you get upset, you don't sleep. You don't rest. And you strive to make things better. It's no longer just about Maliah Davis. It's about every child in your neighborhood, every child in your house. Every child in your house. He used Maliah. Yeah. He used Maliah. He makes no mistakes. He used Maliah to grab our undivided attention. I was talking with Miss Jade about a month ago. And it was going to be the first night that we would do a live broadcast and not bring up Maliah Davis' name. Now, we did that because, with all due respect, we have other cases that we must deal with. And there was no new developments within the case. Timed it. We won't say nothing about Maliah Davis. But we're coming back the next day or the next week on Maliah Davis. It didn't work as planned. It didn't. I forget what we was discussing. I think it was a criminal justice system. I don't know. But whatever it was, you all didn't really care about that. You kept putting your comments in here about Maliah, justice for Maliah, justice for Maliah. Then you started to call the phone. And you know what that told me? Don't worry about what them Negroes said that don't like what you're saying about the Maliah Davis case. I got you here to do this. You're going to have to keep talking about it. Because the people want justice for Maliah Davis. And when we went off air, I thought about it, and I'm like, wow. They really love Maliah Davis, and I like that. You're not going to let it die. And I'm glad that you guys did it, because you know what? I know Brittany, y'all on here tonight. They're on here every time I'm live. You told them one thing, Brittany. You're not going to let it die. We're not going to let it die. You're not going to get away with it. This child was tortured. There was so many. You got law enforcement involved in this cover up. I believe Maliah Davis' body was moved. I believe Maliah Davis' body was moved. I believe Maliah Davis' body was moved. It's in state. Where they found it in Arkansas, hadn't always been there. It hadn't. All you got to do is do your homework. If you don't know, it's because you don't pay attention or you believe whatever they come before the mics and they say. I never will forget this as long as I live. Brittany Bowens came on this channel one night up on her name. And we knew that somebody talked, that's Brittany, that's Brittany. Well, here's what she did right after the show was over. She inboxed me. And she said, heaven backing me up. She said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. My response to Big Bertha Bird, but that sounds like something a killer would say. Somebody ought to say amen. Listen to that. You have been doing wrong for so long. The wrong you do now, it seems right to you. I have the police department backing me up. Forget what Mr. Scott said. He can't prove nothing. He wasn't here. The police wasn't there either when y'all killed her, but they know who did it. Well, why they ain't arrested nobody? They have. They know who did it. They know who did it. They know who didn't do it. Darion Finch didn't do it. I just missed the call. I'm sorry. When you got the powers that be protecting you, you feel you untouchable. You can't touch it. You can't touch it. But let me tell you something about the powers that be, and heaven backing me up. I don't care if you're the mayor. I don't care if you're the chief of police. I don't care about your brass, preacher, whoever you are. The powers that be, everything must crumble. Everything must eventually fall down. The powers that be is never a match for truth. Truth has its own foundation to stand on. A lie don't. It's a fragile situation when you talk about a lie. It's a fragile situation. If Houston Police Department is covering up to protect Brittany and others, you know what's real worse than this? Other cases they've done the same thing with. We don't know about. We don't know about it. This is a 4-year-old girl that's in a casket, parts are in a casket, that should be alive. And it seems like very few people care. I can come over here and talk about the Dallas Cowboys. I can talk about Donald Trump. I can talk about the government, Congress, impeachment, food stamps. Everything fine. Everything fine. But the minute I said something about Brittany Bowens, I get the ugly phone calls and the emails. Why does it bother you when we talk about Brittany Bowens? So we're supposed to just let Brittany Bowens ride off into the sunset in some kumbaya moment, knowing she killed her child. You can't look yourself in the mirror and respect yourself if you know she did this and let her just get away with murder. You can't do that. Any child that is around Brittany Bowens, whether there are other people in the room or not, they're marked for death. If she killed her own child, what the hell you think she'll do to yours? She'll burn them up. She'll burn them up. Brittany Bowens' mama even said anytime the child was with me, she was fine. She talked about the last time she had her. Brittany came and got her the same day. Brittany got Mama Maliah fell out the chair again. What to do? Take her to the hospital. That's in the police report. That's in the court documents. See, I tried to hear me say this here, but listen. If this is your first child, I can understand you calling mama for advice. But this wasn't Brittany's first child. I don't know a mother. Now, if somebody on here has done this, call me and let me know, and I apologize. If somebody on here has done this, after you had all your children or whatever, every time your child got sick or got a bump, a scrape on the knee, or fell, you called your mama and asked mama what to do. Brenda Bowens, the mother, her remarks were always the same. Take the child to the hospital. This child bleeding outside of the brain. She fell out the chair onto the floor, and she got that gas. She would have to be 30 feet up in the air to come down. And then she said, because she was trying to feed herself. So you telling me she had difficulty feeding herself? Mm-hmm. You should have been sitting right there with her, baby. So, wouldn't it, even if you don't have to be a cop, you don't have to be an investigator, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, wouldn't this sound suspicious to you? That every time the child went back to Brittany, something happened to the child? Wouldn't it? It sounds like a Lifetime movie. This coming. Some Christian folks always call me, well, man, God gonna have a day. God gonna have his day, but whatever he's gonna do to it, he's gonna do to it. I must deal with her on their side. I must do that. I must do that. Anybody that protects Brittany Bowens, you're just as evil as she is. You're just as evil as she is. Just as evil. Maliah Davis was not loved until the world heard her name that day when they announced that she had allegedly been kidnapped by 3 Hispanic males that whooped Darren Vince's butt so bad that no blood was on the outside of his shirt. And they didn't punch his eye, black eye, ain't busted his nose, ain't busted his lip. They took their hands, 3 Hispanic males took their hands, went up inside his shirt and started scratching him like it was a wild sex party. They're trying to frame Darion Vince. And I'm going to keep speaking out for Darion Vince. He had some wrong, and we're going to get out of here. He had some wrong in this, but he didn't kill her. I don't care if he signed a written confession. He didn't do it. He didn't kill Maliah Davis. He loved Maliah. The only somebody that really loved Maliah Davis was the one that was not related to her at all. And that is the same man that sits in a jail cell right now, Darion Vince. But if you don't want to open his mouth, if he want to go down for Big Brown Bonnie, baby, you're going to go down. But let me tell you something. Either way it goes, you'll never see her again. You'll never touch her again. It's over. You're dead. He's been in jail long enough to open his mouth. But if he want to sit there and take the charge, well, they're going to give it to him. Good evening, caller. You're live on the air. What's your name and what state are you calling from this evening?
How you doing on this Friday evening, Mr. Scott? This is Taylor May from Fort Myers.
I'm doing great, Miss Taylor May from Fort Myers. Thank you for calling in.
And yes, I want to comment about April and Dominique. Real quick.
Okay.
April, Dominique, the dad, he had already hit April that this nigga is threatening my family, talking about what he gonna do to my family and woo woo woo. It's the very reason why April came outside and said that truck moving mighty slow. Okay, so if you ain't heard nothing, April, if you ain't did anything, April, why are you so concerned about that truck moving so slow? So when you was outside with Cupcake while she riding her back, she said, this car riding so slow. Come on here, let's go in the house. You know why the words came out her mouth? Because Dominique already had the money if I don't pay him, threatening my family. That's the only reason why she was outside while Cupcake was on her bicycle. Okay, but where was she when the party got started and Cupcake out there by the road with the other girl playing? Where she was then? The mama, where April was then?
Let me say this to you. I'm glad you called in. And if you don't if you don't say nothing else doing this live feed, heaven backing me up, you just preached. You just preached.
I didn't want to be silly like the other people try to want to hear themselves on TV and on the phone. So I messed Paul when I heard you say, "Oh, Adam, miss the phone call." Yes, and by pregnancy, they know that. Mm-hmm. All of them know that. Mm-hmm. But see, the judge them, but the police department them, they don't want to have to call all the people off from where at the daycare, because daycare, the caretaker should have said something, should have had a report written up. Okay, but the little babies came in with this mark. And guess what? We got phones now with pictures with the camera on them. But see, they didn't want to, at the daycare, talk about the little guy, at the daycare, they didn't want to be responsible if something had to happen, concerning their job, or Brittany had all of them got don't have to come down.
You just preached. That's it.
All of them got to come down. That's why they still protecting her.
That's it.
She ought to know.
That's it.
She better know. This is the Lord's will. He said everything in his mind. I didn't build it to be corrupt.
That's it.
He gave you free will. If you just want to be disobedient all the way around, I give you that free choice. But know this, you're gonna have to pay a price for it. So they know she did it. Yeah, they know. And I was looking at other videos yesterday, sir, with the boy that was walking around. You don't see it when the boy walking around Brittany on apartment, and he's showing on the video how she could have that window.
Exactly.
That window. And he said this video, somebody needs to send it to the FBI, not to Houston Police Department.
And see,
enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm gonna click this back on. I know you getting ready to go off, but I've been listening. I've been still looking at you dancing. Come on in.
Amen.
I'm gonna be giving some free dance. I say so now. I'm fat. It's time. You skinny time. But I just had to call you back and say that right quick. So you finish your weekend up. Let's have some fun, like you said.
I promise you we will, and I love you big time. And thanks so much for supporting the show and calling in.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna be sending something soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye bye.
All right. Have a good week.
You too. Bye bye. Miss J. There is I think her name is Ron Davis. Is asking how to donate. I think it's Ron Davis. You know what? I'm glad she brought that video up because I watched it, and that was what a lot of things was red flags to me. Number one is that how far the child was away from the mother. Now, if a car is coming at a high rate of speed, it's nothing you can do. She's gonna get hit. That's a guarantee. She's gonna get hit. Towards the ending, I think it was 6 minutes or something of the video, she finally said, "Cupcake, get out the middle of the room." Like, now? Another red flag is when she said, "Come on, because that van now moving real slow." It's almost like she's setting the stage. Okay? It's all I watch for certain things. But sometimes I have to catch myself. Because sometimes I may play too much in there that's not there. But in order to solve it, in order to get to the bottom of it, if that's what we got to do, then that's what we got to do. That was always suspect to me when she brought up about the van moving slow. Bothered me. The daddy shows up to the funeral in a jacket that looked like something little Rocky would wear. Listen, we got to get out of here. Oh God. Y'all messed me up tonight because I didn't get to none of this here. Well, y'all gonna get me in trouble. Miss Wiggins, I saw you. Thank you for your donation this evening. I gratefully appreciate your genuine support. Before I go, people, heart to heart, heart to heart. I love you. I appreciate your genuine support for this show. You know about the Cash App and the PayPal thing. It's up on the thing. You know what to do. But here's what I want you all to do tonight. Normally I should do something after every show. I want you to just go. Probably all of you got a Facebook page. Go just if you don't, just put Maliah Davis picture up. Just put Maliah Davis picture up. Let's not be in the statistics that let Maliah Davis down. The daycare felter, CPS, Judge Lopez, Brittany, Brenda, Craig Davis, Janetta, whatever her name is. I can't put Darion Benson there because I don't think he's done. I think he had a genuine love for her. I also think he was totally in love with Brittany, and I believe she had a spell on him. She was his Nino Brown. Whatever she said do, he did. Someone asked me one day, well, how can you say he loved Maliah and he put her in a bag and threw her on the side of the road? I don't know who put her in the bag. I don't know who put her in the bag. I don't know. In a report, yeah, he said he did put it over there. But let me tell you something. I still believe that he had genuine love for her. But he had more love for Brittany Bowen than he did for the child. And so whatever Brittany said is written in stone. He's got to do it. It's not like he wanted to do it. He had to do it. 3 times she was out of town. Emergency, emergency, emergency. I didn't answer because we had been arguing. Really? You say your child was molested by him over and over again. And he's calling you and saying it's an emergency, it's an emergency, emergency, and you don't answer. Okay. Let's put the molestation aside, which I don't think happened. She has had several brain surgeries. And he said, emergency, emergency, emergency. I don't give a damn what y'all argued about. This is your child. Your child is dealing with some life-threatening injuries. And he says, and you don't answer. That family member said, Brittany was acting strange that day. And so that's kind of normal. Dad had that. Nope. That wasn't it. It was something else. It had nothing to do with that death. We talk about that. She was irritated. She was itching. She was moving, twitching. Her mind was up. She was there, but her mind was somewhere else. I'm gonna tell you what Brittany was doing. She was thinking about Maliah Davis being dead. Did I do everything I should have done? Because I know I made sure that I wasn't seen on the surveillance camera. But I kept sitting dumb Vince out there. Go out there, Vince, do this. Go out there, Vince, do that. Vince, go out there, look at this. Such. What are you doing? I'm putting him on the camera. Well, you messed that up because you were never on the camera. You should have at least came out once or twice, but you didn't. And it's hard because when we roll the cameras back, previous days, we see you wobbling your big butt out there. But today of all days, how did you get out, Brittany? And then somebody had the audacity. Oh, good Lord, geez. They take Brittany Bowen and Photoshop her sitting on a plane, a big 747. She's sitting on the plane. Ain't nobody on that airplane but Brittany Bowen. Oh, good Lord Jesus, spare me the joke. And they just took her just out of there. And she doing him. Well, what the hell you looking sad for, Brittany? Anybody there, but you going home, right? You married your dad, come on home. Knowing and withholding evidence is obstruction of justice. When you least expect it.
Brittany Bowens, when you least expect it, you're going to be in handcuffs. Your mission is to make sure you never see the inside of a jail cell. My mission is to make sure that you do see the inside of a jail cell. And I'm going to send Darion Benson, attorney, an email Monday. I'm going to do it Monday. Tell him what I feel. And I believe they are trying to railroad this man. That's why they keep been throwing it off and throwing it off and throwing it off. Come on. And all these charges the Houston Police Department keep coming up with, have y'all noticed one thing? They have no charge for Brittany Bowen. And Brittany was already up under investigation by the CPS. And y'all didn't give her no charge. Darion Benson's name never came up in the cases. Brittany did. Craig Davis did. But you don't have nothing, you can't get her with nothing. Little. Nothing. I love y'all. If Lord willing, we will be back again. Don't forget, put Maliah Davis picture up. November 9th, Arkansas, dedicate the bridge to Maliah Lynn Davis. It's an honor for them to do that. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief. Love you big time for doing that. Don't look at it as Maliah Davis could have been your child. Look at it as Maliah Davis was somebody's child. And she was never loved. From day one until the time she died, she lived a miserable life. She spent more time in a hospital than she did on the playground. I'm Al Scott. I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. We'll see you on the radio. Miss J, love you big time. Miss Ferris, thank you big time. Love it. Y'all enjoy your weekend.